Tucker on the far sideline. She'll pass to Scheidler. Scheidler trying to find some space. Pass back to Tucker. Tucker with a shot from long range. Takes it right off at Carly Butcher's shoulder, looked like. Another nice block by the USC defense, and it'll go over to Scheidler. Scheidler works it toward the middle of the field, and now she'll spin. Ojai playing tight defense. Now a cross into the middle, headed away. Trojans just can't seem to clear it. Morway takes a shot. It was a pass. Had a chance at a shot, but passed it in toward the middle for Tucker, but couldn't quite get there in time before USC knocked it away. Irish regain possession. Mandy Laddish with the ball. She'll pass it over.
This is good here by Notre Dame, controlling the ball outside the box, just threatening to kick that ball right in there and put pressure on the defense. USC has no control whatsoever during this game.
Scheidler passed it to Schuweiler. And it'll be dropped back to the defense. Molly Campbell had it. It was passed forward. Now Henderson has it, trying to find Tucker. Tucker with a shot toward the top, knocked away again. Irish trying these long-range shots. That was blocked by Ashley Sandoval. Seems like after they got their first goal off of the foot of Rogas Augustine from some distance there, they're trying to do the same thing again.
Yeah, why not? If it worked once, why not try it again?
A little bit of stumbling at the middle of the field as that's Samantha Johnson who went down. USC is able to gain possession and buy some space, buy some time before Carter Haug passes it forward, then brought all the way back down by the Irish defense.
It's ironic that USC would let in such a long goal when just the last game versus Illinois, redshirt junior midfielder Ashley Sandoval scored in a free kick 50 yards out in the 56th minute against the Fighting Illini. So for them to give up a goal, which not quite 50 yards, but a good chunk of yards outside the 18, is really ironic for SC.
Now another chance as Henderson heads it toward the net. It could go in, not quite blocked. It was nice play by the Trojan defense to get back. Henderson had a chance as that kind of streaking out of nowhere to get a chance on that goal.
Yeah, I think that was Carter Hogg down there sliding and making sure that ball didn't get anywhere near her net. Great play by USC.
Irish with a 2-goal lead over the Trojans, and they're not settling. Well, I was looking for more. Now a chance for the Trojans to push the ball into the Irish on the first time we've seen this in the last couple minutes. Brittany Carriage had the ball. She takes a long-range shot. Nikki Weiss, fingertips save over the top of the net, barely. Just got her fingertips on that. That wind kind of helped keep that ball down into the teeth of it.
Yeah, that was a much tougher shot than it looked like for Nikki Weiss. She was just able to tip it over the net, but good play by her. And it's important for Notre Dame not to give up a goal here to let USC back in this game. Lock down on this corner kick for them.
And news from North Carolina, the other game in this bracket, the James Madison North Carolina game, UNC just scored to go up 1-0. A header from USC that goes up on top of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for Nikki Weiss.
Recent substitution for the Trojans. Onto the pitch was number 6, Haley Boyson.
Haley Boyson will come on for the Trojans as Hoshra Shaheen tries to mix things up. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Irish, taken by Keisha Morway. Passes it back to Campbell.
Notre Dame has done a great job this game of winning the midfield battle, which has helped them to this 2-0 lead. It's important for them to keep that advantage the remainder of this half, to not let SC back in this game, but also maybe to get another goal to really put this game out of reach.
Pass forward for Johnson. She passed it back to Carriage. Now a chance up for Davila. Davila loses it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for the Trojans.
Perhaps a miscommunication there between Nikki Weiss and her defenders, just kicking that ball out of bounds. I think her defenders wanted Weiss to wait for that ball to come inside the 18 to pick it up, but Weiss had other plans of just kicking it away.
Nice play by Courtney Bark to knock the ball back into the defense. A little bit of a missed pass there. It's blocked by the Irish. That was Megan Ohai now another chance in the goal, and the Irish defense is not able to be on the same page as one another to try to clear that ball out. Nice play by Melissa Henderson, the over-the-back pass. Melissa Henderson setting up Augustine. Augustine now trying to push it forward for Tucker. Tucker couldn't quite get there in time.
Wow, what a great play by Melissa Henderson right there. And number 11 of SC, Carter Hogg, just let her have the ball. No pressure on her back or anything. Henderson just takes the ball, flips it over her head, right to Rose Augustine. Great play.
Henderson, the postseason Offensive Player of the Year for the Big East Conference. Certainly a player you'd love to have on your team, and a solid offensive force, the junior out of Garland, Texas. 26 minutes, 13 seconds left to go till the half. 2-0 Irish. Trojans with the ball, trying to create something offensively. They're credited with 3 shots on the day, but except for the one save Nikki Weiss had to make, none of them have been especially close.
Yeah, going back to Henderson, she reached a milestone in her last game. Pat scored her 50th goal of the year off the penalty kick, and Henderson has always been talked about. Not this season, her career, which is a great Notre Dame milestone. Only 6 other players have done that. So now Henderson, we always talk about her on a Big East scale, but now I think it's time to start talking about her on a national scale as one of the top players in the country.
Nice play by the Trojan defense to take the ball away from Rose Augustine. It could have been a chance there, as she had some green in front of her if she had gotten to that ball. Instead, it's Carter Haug who pushes it up. The ball hanging up there in the wind blowing with the Irish from right to left. It'll be interesting to see if that plays a factor when they switch sides at the half and USC's goal kicks go with the wind instead of into it. Now Melissa Henderson with the ball. Stops, tries to reverse direction, almost loses it, regains. Pass over to the far side. I think that's Tucker making a run. She'll try to bring it into the middle of the box, looking for Augustine just a little in front of her. Nobody there to clean up the mess, though, and it'll be cleared by the Trojans. Pass forward for Garcia. Courtney Garcia with a pass over to Carriage.
You can see here as the past couple minutes here, USC has definitely controlled the ball more, which is good. They need to keep doing this, connecting passes, getting it down in the Notre Dame end, and creating pressure on the Notre Dame defense.
Ball goes forward, long pass, looking for Carriage, but it's knocked away by the Irish defense. It's about 38 degrees right now on the pitch, and that temperature is certainly keeping things with all the players in shorts, obviously, and they're trying to keep warm as best as possible. And players on the bench huddling together under that awning. The sun is coming out, and that is always nice to see in a late fall afternoon. Now a chance for the Trojans as they move it forward.
Great play there. Great play there by the Notre Dame defense. USC player number 3, Alyssa Davila, comes down and she basically runs into a brick wall by the Notre Dame D, just getting rid of that ball away from her feet. Great play.
Alyssa Davila with some contact there as a player goes down. That was Melissa Henderson who went down. It'll be a free kick for the Irish, and it'll be taken by number 5, Molly Campbell, setting up just inside the midfield stripe. Long kick in. She's looking for Henderson, or for Folks, but it goes over her head right into the arms of Shelby Church. The Trojans with a 13-5-3 record on the year, 7-2 at home. They beat UCLA in that 1-0 victory we alluded to earlier as the ball heads into the box, knocked away by the Trojans. They lost 2-1 to number 1 ranked Stanford, and they beat California in an overtime 5-4 victory back in October. Now they'll try to create some offensive on this side. A pass forward looking for Davila. Ball goes up. Cleaned up by Carriage. She'll try to set up another opportunity as this Irish defense not letting her have anything easy.
Yeah, Davila's right there. She's a very quick, fast player, but she can't seem to get that right pass off in time to let her break loose. Good job by the AMD keeping her in check.
Ashley Fryer coming in, the junior from Windsor, California, for the Trojans. They'll throw it right to her entering the game, and she'll try to make something happen. The pass back over to Haug and then back again. Now goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in taken again by Carter Haug. Ball in the corner, taken away by the Irish. Nice play by Campbell to knock that away. Now pass forward, splits a couple defenders. That was to Megan Ohai again. The Irish defense always where they need to be. Take that ball away.
Yep, and they're just kicking the ball away from SC. Although that was a great pass there by number 5, Brittany Carriage, but just couldn't seem to slot it through.
Split the two defenders, but nobody home to take it, and the Irish are able to knock it away. Now Morway has the ball on the near sideline. She passes back to Henderson. Henderson right at the midfield stripe. She'll pass it back to Campbell. Campbell knocks it over to Morway, and they're just trying to find a open person down the field to pass it to. Now Henderson with a nice header over to Folks. Folks unable to quite get there and go out of bounds. Trojan defense seems to have settled down a little in the last couple minutes and able to neutralize some of those opportunities that the Irish were creating in the first 10 minutes of the game. But we haven't seen a lot happening on their offensive end. A couple opportunities, but they haven't really found the key to unlocking the Irish defense as of yet.
Yeah, the USC defense playing well. That's testament to their ball possession. They've been controlling the ball a lot better and seem a lot more organized than they did the first 10 minutes of the game. If they could just get a quick strike here on Nikki Weiss before the half, make this a 2-1 game going into halftime, I think that'd be really good for them and set them up for a good second half. Give them a good shot of winning this game.
25 and a half minutes in, the Irish with a goal from Lauren Folks and Rose Augustine, less than a minute apart, and that's the difference so far. Other than that, the teams have been pretty evenly matched in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it seems almost that Notre Dame, the first goal caught everybody surprised, and the second goal was just a defensive mishap. But other than that, they've been played very equally. USC is by far holding their own. They have 3 shots with one save by Nikki Weiss on net and a corner kick. Like I said, if they can just get a quick strike here before halftime, they'll be in business for the second half.
Ball knocked forward. Morway was there to neutralize the chance, but the Trojans get the ball right back again. Garcia scrambling, trying to make something happen, loses it. It'll go back to Notre Dame. And they'll take possession at midfield. Updating you on some scores. West Virginia beating Penn State at home 2-0. South Florida and Florida State just got underway. And as we mentioned, UNC beating North James Madison in the game. Both these teams are probably keeping an eye on 1-0 with 25 minutes left to go in their first half.
This is good here by USC, controlling the ball, making passes, getting the ball down the field, and creating opportunities for themselves.
USC trying to work the ball back into the Irish side of the pitch. Pass forward looking for Haug, but it's taken away by the Irish defense. And again, the Irish are just not letting the Trojans have those passes to set something up. They're always able to intercept them, at least so far.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they're playing just like a brick wall, not letting SC get anything going on offense.
Ball goes up, headed by Jessica Schuweiler. Nice play to get possession for the Irish as they try to set something up. The Trojans seem to be playing with that